As if living on the streets wasn't hard enough, mental illness is an issue that plagues many of Australia's homeless. Unable to find shelter in a women's refuge and too old for youth centres, 24-year-old Sammy Phillips was forced to live on the streets for 2 months until she found the Wayside Chapel. The King's Cross charity offered Sammy a youth support group as well as a day-to-day living program to assist with her mental health needs. Day-to-day living runs activities in the Wayside's rooftop garden, part of the $8.2 million building project.
I had nowhere to go. I was homeless and staying on the streets down at Woolloomooloo, and someone told me about Wayside. So I came up here to have a shower and stuff, and since that day I haven't really left. I come all the time because there's always someone to talk to. I think I might have depression and anxiety. I was diagnosed a couple of years ago, but it seems to be a bit more of a problem now. I seem to have trouble doing just your normal everyday stuff, so I just freak out really easily. Generally they just talk to me and they can tell, because they've known me now for quite a few months, they can tell when I'm about to cry or I'm about to yell. So normally they'll just pull me aside and be like, do you want to go up to the garden space, or do you want to just chill out and have a chat?
The youth centre is available to under 25-year-olds. It helps ease young adults into the mental health program.
It's kind of like a drop-in centre. We've got somewhere where we can go and chill out, watch a movie, use the internet for accommodation, talk to the workers if we can't find anywhere to go. And my favourite part about the youth space is the kitchen. I can go and buy food and either cook for myself or cook for everyone in youth, and it gives me something to do to distract myself from my problems. So I just go and I'll buy some food and just cook for everyone, and it's kind of like having a family.
The charity CEO, Reverend Graham Long, is dedicated to improving the mental health of all Wayside's visitors.
The Day-to-Day program is an initiative of the federal government, and back when they were under a lot of pressure to do something about mental illness, it was an initiative to answer that need in some way. We jumped on the Day-to-Day program as soon as it was formed because it happened to suit Wayside's own mission. Day-to-Day has a way of giving responsibility to people, probably at about 10% more than they were comfortable with, and that has the effect of within a week or two you've got a job and you're needed, and that's quite transformative. So Day-to-Day creates community. It gives people a job and a sense of somebody needs me to be here and to do what I'm doing, and that's not very medical model, but it is transformative. This garden becomes a place where people can learn to propagate their own veggies and their own herbs and stuff like that. Then as part of our Day-to-Day program, they learn to cook with that down in our teaching kitchen, and eventually they see the food they cook eaten out through the cafe. So it's a rather cool program.
The program is open to anyone in the community and addresses a variety of mental health issues.
People struggling with every issue you could possibly imagine, from the usual depression, anxiety, to coming out of long-term addictions, to schizophrenia, to all that kind of thing. So it's across the whole community, and people can sign in at a time when it's hard enough for them to get out of bed, let alone do anything more than that. And people are nurtured through to the point where we've actually employed people through that program.
Wayside regular Possum has been attending the gardening activities for over 3 months.
My involvement with Day-to-Day is going on some of the day trips that they have and doing a bit of gardening and getting involved in some of the cooking. Just after I lost my 2 children to docs, they did a court evaluation with a psychiatrist, and she discovered that I had schizophrenia, but at the time I didn't know what schizophrenia was. So it was a bit frightening until I learnt on the internet and everything else what it was about. Just getting to know the staff and getting to know the people downstairs, my friends, and getting them to help me find suitable housing, because I was, like I said, I was on the street living in the park over there near the fountain, and it was pretty daunting because I didn't know where I was going or what was going to happen.
The program isn't without its ups and downs.
For a lot of people, they can't sustain it, and if you can't sustain it, you'll be eased out. But a lot of people need to come in, get eased out, and come in and do better, and get eased out, and then come in and do better again. Yes, I mean, there are people who have come here as homeless and who have found stability through the program and who have gone on to get full-time employment and are doing very well.